Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a young princess named Lily. She was known throughout the kingdom for her beauty, but more importantly, for her kindness and humility. Unlike many other princesses, Lily didn't spend her days in lavish gowns or lavish parties. Instead, she could often be found in the palace gardens, tending to the flowers and helping the royal gardener, Mr. Brown. One sunny morning, as Lily was pruning roses in the garden, she noticed a small, withered rosebush hidden behind a thicket of thorns. The bush seemed sad and neglected. Lily couldn't bear to see it suffer, so she carefully removed the thorns and began to water and care for the rosebush every day. Weeks passed, and the rosebush began to thrive under Lily's loving care. It grew beautiful, fragrant roses of every color, but there was one rose that stood out from the rest. It was a radiant, golden rose, unlike any other in the kingdom. One evening, as the sun began to set, a fairy appeared before Lily. She was dressed in a shimmering gown, and her wings sparkled like the stars. "Princess Lily," the fairy said, "I am Rosalind, the guardian of the magic rose. Your kindness and care for this rosebush have awakened its magic. As a reward for your pure heart, I shall grant you one wish." Lily was surprised and humbled by this unexpected offer. She thought for a moment before replying, "Thank you, dear Rosalind. I have everything I need. But if you could, please grant my kingdom prosperity and happiness." Rosalind nodded and waved her wand. Instantly, the entire kingdom was filled with joy and abundance. The people were happier than they had ever been, and the kingdom flourished under Lily's benevolent rule. As the years passed, Princess Lily continued to rule with kindness and humility. She used her prosperity to build schools, hospitals, and shelters for the less fortunate. The people loved her dearly, and her kingdom became a shining example of harmony and compassion. One day, a handsome prince from a neighboring kingdom visited Lily's kingdom. His name was Prince Edward, and he was captivated by Lily's beauty and grace. He asked for her hand in marriage, and Lily agreed, for she saw kindness in his eyes. As they prepared for their royal wedding, Prince Edward gave Lily a beautiful crown adorned with a sparkling diamond. It was the most magnificent crown anyone had ever seen. However, Lily was troubled. "Edward," she said gently, "this crown is exquisite, but I cannot wear it. It is too extravagant, and I fear it may change me." Prince Edward understood and, with a heavy heart, placed the crown aside. Instead, they decided to have a simple wedding in the palace garden, surrounded by the blooming roses. Their wedding day arrived, and the garden was filled with the sweet scent of roses. Princess Lily wore a simple gown woven from the petals of the golden rose from the magic rosebush. She looked more radiant than ever. During the ceremony, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves, and the golden rose began to glow with a soft, warm light. The guests watched in awe as the rose petals transformed into a beautiful, ethereal crown, far more magnificent than the one Prince Edward had offered. Lily gently placed the glowing crown on her head, and a feeling of pure joy and contentment washed over her. The crown had become a symbol of her humility and her commitment to rule with kindness. The people of the kingdom cheered, and Rosalind, the fairy, appeared once more. She spoke to the newlyweds, "Princess Lily, your humility and selflessness have transformed this crown into a symbol of true royalty. May it always remind you to rule with kindness and compassion." From that day forward, Princess Lily and Prince Edward ruled their kingdom with humility and love. The kingdom continued to prosper, and their reign became legendary for its compassion and fairness. And so, the humble princess who cared for a neglected rosebush in her garden became a shining example of true royalty, proving that kindness and humility are the most precious treasures of all. And as long as the golden rose crowned her head, the kingdom knew that they were blessed with a ruler who would always put the needs of her people first.